allowed men to volunteer if they wanted to go to an officer camp and become a what do you call it, a working man for the officers. Now some of this, of course, was early on, and we went probably a year or so before the war was over. That we didn't get any more prisoners to speak of. I mean, if somebody was shot down right close to our camp, of course, they'd make room for him, you know.
Okay then. In prison, did you ever see any Jewish prisoners? Ever see any Jewish people?
Once that I know of. We didn't have much of a way knowing, but when we were on the march in the comparatively latter days of the war, we were marching along, and here comes a group of, and you could tell they were Jewish because they had to have emblem or whatever it is, what had to be sewed on the clothing.
Yeah, the Star of David. They use that to mark them off.
Well, I remember this one particular guy that I noticed when they were marching along, and I don't know whether it was Gestapo or who it was that was leading them, or you know, but this guy was hardly able to keep up with them, and the guy back there was jabbing him with a bayonet every once in a while, and I remember the guy was just grinning at him.
Yep, they were kind of kept that way. Yeah, kept that way. I read that they were forced to run from camp to camp, and they couldn't keep up. They pretty much got abandoned and they died.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Okay. If you did any traveling while you were a prisoner, how did you travel?
We traveled by train.
Train?
When I was captured, it was France, Stuttgart. Let's see, Stuttgart. Trying to, Lord, I just don't have to count. I was in Austria. No, I was in Germany. Yeah, doggone. I was in France first, and then I think I had my story, but Jim Savage and I were on a passenger train, and we had a German guard, and he had, sometime during the day, he got some food out and gave us some of it. Then we got into, Lord, and I can't remember the name of the place anymore, but my story could probably tell you. We got off this train, and it was a lower level. We were going up friend that was two of us in my particular group. He and I paid no attention to the lady, and she was really spouting off. But anyway, then we got to the place where we were held prisoner, oh, maybe a week or so, and then they were in just rooms, and then they put us in this prison, this camp, where they would ask you all a bunch of questions, and trying to find out anything they could. I felt like I didn't know nothing anyway, so I just clamped up, and that made them angry. Are you still with me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that made him angry. My crew members, most of them were interrogated maybe once or twice, but I was interrogated a whole bunch of times. I don't know whether I just looked like a German or what. And I think I mentioned that when they took me in there for the very last time, and was interrogating me, the guy said, "Well, we're going to send you on to permanent camp," and they, oh Lord, I'm terrible anymore. Anyway, what? I can't remember what my thought was. Must have been really good.
They were taking you to a permanent camp.
You're talking about them saying they were taking you to a permanent camp, I think.
Oh, well, when the guy said he was going to put me in, send me to a permanent camp, that he gets a thing laid out in front of me, and it had all my crew members. I think I told you that, didn't I?
No.
Well, anyway, there were 10 of my crew, but 2 of them were wrong. And that was the thing that told me that somebody had not been captured. And of course, our tail gunner had got into Switzerland, and the pilot had got captured in the Pyrenees Mountains down to Spain. But the rest of us were all captured in the first day or so.
Okay. What countries were the prisoners from in the prison you were in?
What you mean? What country were they from?
Yeah.
funny place, people from the other camp. But we were all supposed to be American. And then the rest of the camp had British and other nationalities as well.
Okay. Well, those are all the questions. Thanks for answering my questions, and I think these will all be really useful for my history fair project.
Okay. Now, how about, you've got a brother, right?
Yeah?
Is he younger?
Yes?
Okay. Well, I just wondered, you better save what I've given you, because I'm not going to be around very much longer.
How old are you right now? How?
Let's see. How old am I? See what I mean? Honey, how old am I? 90, she says. See, now that's the way I am anymore.
Tell me a funny story about your son Jeff.
Years old.
Say, got any funny stories about your son Jeff?
Got any funny stories about your son Jeff?
My son Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's one of my favorite cousins, huh?
He's one of my favorite cousins.
What?
Say clearly.
He's one of my favorite cousins.
Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, I know what you mean now. Yeah. He lives out on the west side.
So yeah, stayed at his farm one time.
Well, Grandma still has they get together once a month.
I stayed at his farm once. It was really cool. He had a bunch of cool stuff there. He had like he fired rockets and cool stuff like that.
Oh, Jeff did?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, during the summertime especially, he brings something around when the family get together is, and they go out back. You know, we got a couple of acres here.
Yeah, I remember your house.
Yeah.
You got any acres there at your house?
We have about a half acre, Tom.
You have about a half acre.
About a half acre. Okay.
Tom, we want to come and see him. Maybe you can come see him next year.
Maybe.
Well, I got a book that I'm starting to read.
What is it?
It's The Boys in the B-17. It's written by a man from the southern part of Indiana. And I've been working on this for a long time, and I've got very little. But he has written 3 books about his experiences, but he didn't get over there until the war was well into it. You know, he finally got shot down. And I forget how many missions he said.
Ask him. So the B-17 was your plane too?
So the B-17 was your plane too?
The what?
B-17 was your plane too?
Yes.
It was and it was like it had 4 engines. You were.
Now what did you say?
It was it had 4 engines, and you were using it to try and bomb a target in Germany, probably.
Stuttgart.
Okay.
Germany.
That's the city of Stuttgart. This airplane that Guard and turned around and got back. We didn't even get out of France. So,
Did your plane have a name?
It seems that in those days there were a lot of airplanes going down.
Did your plane have a name?
A what?
Did your plane have a name?
No. Nope. A lot of them were named later on, but I don't think we lasted long enough nowadays at that time.
Okay, I'm just interested, so I just wanted some questions out of interest, because I just want to know. It's not for my history fair. I just want to know some stuff right now. First, what kind of questions were you asked when you were interrogated by Germans?
Well, if I can remember it. Well, they would ask me a lot of questions, and I can't remember much what. They want to know where I was flying from, and that sort of thing. See, at that time, we were bombing in Norway as well as the coast along the coast of Europe just before you get into England. And so there really wasn't that much bombing going on in Germany proper. Now the British were bombing, but they were bombing nighttime. See, we were bombing at the daytime. That's one of the strange things about that war. The British didn't think it was paid to bomb at night or daytime.
Okay. Second, what was the name of your military group that you were in during World War II?
What is it called?
Yeah, what was it called?
375. 375th bomb group.
What was the name of the military group that you were in? You know, the Navy and the Army and the Air Force and everything. I think you said that it was something that was split apart after you were released. What was that called? I think you said it was like called the Air Corps or something when you told me.
Oh.
Or,
Well, it didn't become an Air Corps until probably about 4 years, 3 or 4 years after the World War II. And then the Air Force had a different uniform, and that's because I went up to Alaska after. Now let's see. Went to when I got out of the service, I was supposed to go. Was I'm not sure that it was all rigged by Allison Company. They kicked us out. I got discharged, and then I went out to Allison to get my job back, and went on strike. And that strike lasted a long time. And so I got myself a job doing something else. I don't remember what. I went from job to job to job until finally I talked to Irene, and I said, I'm ready to go back in the Air Force again. So I went uptown to the recruiting office, and they said, you know, we can't give you the rank you had. Well, I found out later on the reason they couldn't give me the rank I had was that there were officers that were staying in the service and taking those enlisted men's rank, the lower rank. So anyway, I was discharged as master sergeant, and that staff sergeant was 2 ranks down. And so I went to Alaska, and I was on, Lord, I can't even think of the airplane anymore. Anyway, I was working as a mechanic on an airplane, and I was no longer flying. But so after we spent a couple of years up in Alaska, Irene was up there, and we had a child born up there, and we come back to the States, and they sent me down to the southern part of the state, Pacific country. Oh shoot! I can't think of it. Can't even think of the city. It was Louisiana. Is where it was. Anyway, it seems that the people in this airbase, they were all getting ready to move, and they split them up. And it seems that the ones that had been working for them for a long time, they sent them up to Ohio. And people like me was comparatively what you call it. Anyway, we were sent to Puerto Rico, and so Irene, my wife, and 2 children, they followed me down to Puerto Rico, and we had a child born in Puerto Rico.
Bob and Frank, Bob and Terry, or Bob and which kids?
So after another year or so, my time in service was ended, and they had extended me a year because we were fighting a war in Korea. I don't know where Middle East over somewhere. So time was up, I already lined up a job just before I was getting out of the service again. There's some officers one time, and they had me scheduled for something, and I didn't even understand what it was for, but I found out real quick. They were wanting to give me back one of those ranks that they took away from me, and I said, well, you forget that. I said, I'm scheduled to go back to the United States, and I'm not going to re-enlist. And the guy who was running the meeting, he says, what are you going to do? You know what? And I said, well, I've already got my job lined up. And I was going as an apprentice printer. So that's what I did. I went back home. Are you still on?
Yes.
Oh, okay. You're quiet. So anyway, we went up toward the East Coast, and we were heading for home. Well, we got to Cuba first, and Cuba wasn't a I don't know what you want to call it. You know, Cuba was not
Democracy?
Democracy?
We stopped there anyway, and just for a day or so, and then the boat we were riding in went up the East Coast, and when we got up close to New York. Anyway, this boat all at once it turned around and went back down the coast, and there was we found out that there was a boat from one of the cities down, maybe down in your mom's area there, somewhere like that, that had a person that was ill, and that needed a doctor, and they didn't have a doctor on their boat, so the boat we were on had a doctor. Well, we got all the way back down close to this other boat, and weather was getting worse and worse. So they said, well, they can't put our doctor on the boat while it's that bad. So they turn our boat around again, and we go up the coast to New York City, and we got off the boat, and we had made arrangements to buy a car and pick it up in New York City. And so we climbed in our car. We're headed for Indianapolis. And when I got back here, then I Illinois and got my discharge. And then I went to work for the Rough Note Company. Have you ever heard of that? I doubt it.
No, I have not actually heard of that.
Well, they were situated in the middle of Indianapolis, about 10th Street, and I was taking a course on working on
Printers?
Say louder.
Printers?
No, I was working for a Rough Note Company for years and years and years after that, until I retired. I was in the composing room. You know what a composing room is?
No.
Do you know what a press room is?
Press room?
Print stuff.
The
Press room?
Yeah, the place where they the place where they print the newspapers.
Yep.
Yeah, I know what that is. Yeah.
We were printing some magazines, different kinds of magazines, and there was a bindery, composing room, and I lost it again. Anyway, I worked for the Rough Note Company then for years and years, until I retired. And then I decided that I wasn't ready to stop working altogether, so I went to work for the Rough for the I was driving a DAV van for the hospital, and I drove the DAV van until finally I got one time I had to quit. And that's what I'm doing ever now is quitting.
Asking about his hanging out with other POWs at his organization.
Hmm?
So what is it? Asking what the other POWs do when they get together.
What do the other prisoners of war do when they get together?
Once a week.
What do they do?
And there's about 6 of us anymore. There used to be a bunch of us, but they're dying off fast. And we got one now that goes to Florida every winter, and and then he comes back and he's the big boss. I don't know what part of Florida he's from now.
Tell him he should come to Florida and see us.
You should come to Florida and see us.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. We're all over the hill. You know what that is? Over the hill?
He's old. Tell him you're bringing to school for show and tell.
I'll bring you to school for show and tell.
What?
I'll bring you to school for show and tell.
Well, I used to go to schools and tell them my story. And I went to, Tom, our boy Tom teaches in the school, fifth grade,
Mm-hmm.
I think. And I went to his school at least once a year for a long time, and I enjoyed that. But it's getting rougher and rougher for me to talk.
I actually had like one last question. Should I have one last question? No, not one of the ones I'm just interested about. Before you got captured, were you like worried, or did you think that you were going to get captured by Germans and put in prison? Did you ever worry or think about that?
No, I never give it much thought. I was, you know what a bomb bay door looks like? Where
the bay
your
door
bombs drop out?
the bombs come out.
Yeah.
Well, I straddled. Oh, Irene's talking to me.
Like, are you still on the phone?
I'll close the door because I'm in the bedroom. What was I going to say?
About the Bombay door.
You're talking about the Bombay doors.
Yeah. Well, the Bombay doors were open, and I'm putting one foot on one side, one on the other, and then all at once, I'm pulling both feet together, and it's real noisy when I go out because the wind underneath. Well, all at once it gets quiet, and when it got quiet, that's when I reached up and pulled that little cord and made the bomb, made the, what do you call it?
Parachute?
Parachute.
Yeah. I went, and then I floated down and down and down and down. Now I don't know how. I would judge I was about 6,000 or 7,000 feet above the ground when I opened that cord, and but I had no idea. But it was a long, long way. And that's when I hit the ground and got knocked me unconscious.
And you said in the book, I think that when you said that when you were conscious, to have been found by the Germans or something. You were found by Germans by the time you were conscious, and then you go to camp.
Yeah, I was. Well, really, there was my parachute was laying down on the ground, and I was laying down the ground also. But anyway, then there was a guy that came out of the field, and he tried to show me where would be the best place to hide, and so I went off into a wooded area, and then soon. Well, I don't know how long, because I slept a little bit on the ground, and then pretty soon I'm hearing Germans all around me, and they come up to me and they took me out to the road, and I was. They had me sitting with my feet in the ground in a ditch, and then the guy comes up to me and he says he was trying to talk to me in English, but his English was very poor. Now I finally figured out that he wanted to know where my pistol was. I had no pistol. I didn't have any sidearm of any kind. And he wanted to know where it was. But I figured if some German captured me, they could say, well, he shot at us. And so, so I didn't have none.
Well, that satisfies my interest. Thank you again for answering my questions, and I hope to see you soon.
Okay.
Hi, Kebab.